We on.
Oh shit.
We on. Another episode. We back at it. Off of hiatus. Another episode of the Cuzzo's Lounge podcast featuring RC and my Cuzzo, MariSesnsei. However you want to call it.
Yeah.
You changed up your tag again? I think you changed up your tag.
Yeah.
You
no, the sensei is always going to be around. I just don't know what. When it just changes, but sensei is fine.
All right. Well, still MariSesnsei, but you started. Is this a new account you started?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. It's cause I told you I've been writing more, right?
Right.
And so I want to. Some of the things I write aren't like longevity or long-term things, so I just want to have a place to kind of just shoot them out really quickly. Because you know how like when you have a main page and like you gotta have all your obligations that you or your
business ties and all that stuff.
Just different ties you have to different organizations or businesses or brands or whatever. Not brands, just I don't know. You don't want them to necessarily reflect how that stuff goes.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily care. But it's just a place where I can kind of just get more of like thoughts that happen randomly off instead of it just being in a mix with like 1,000 different tweets.
I feel you. Like I feel like when it comes to like having multiple accounts, everything I do is on one account. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not out there like that. But I do see that, especially if you're like, dealing with different brands and stuff like you said before, or different entities and different businesses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to have, that separate page where people don't, try to mess up your bag and all that stuff.
Yeah, or if you ever want to potentially turn it into a bag.
Right.
But honestly, I might let go of that other Twitter because I've had that since like 2008. And the internet was a different place. back in 2008, the internet was a different place.
It was.
Man. When did you start your Twitter?
So I started my Twitter back in 2010. So like in the thick of it.
Man, have you ever went back and looked and searched your Twitter?
I don't tweet. I don't tweet. I've looked back at some of my friends' tweets.
Man, if you search a word with your Twitter name at the time, like right now, it'll show you every tweet you put up with that word in it. The only thing is you can only do it on a computer.
Okay. Yeah.
But man, I went like some of them words you can't say on the internet now. I'm not gonna say which ones was fail. I'm
not judging.
Yeah, no, because it was different. It was different.
True.
It wasn't a sensitive place. It was like a place where you went if you weren't sensitive. If that makes sense.
People was just shooting all types of tweets out back then.
Oh, and it was
It was a wild west.
It was. Nothing was off limits.
Nothing was off limits, especially.
So but people coming into more, if you got into like 2013, 14, it's more reserved now, and people, oh my gosh, I can't believe he like, yo, calm down. It's a Twitter. I'm not the weatherman. I'm not reporting any news. I'm literally just a dude,
just chilling
down the street let's making jokes on the internet. I'm not here to offend anybody.
Twitter, and people will say that was probably like the golden age.
It was the golden age. Like, if you saw what it was like, the golden age of Twitter, as far as people weren't trying to make content, get you to retweet they joke videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, people be trying super hard these days. They'll start a thread, and then next thing you know, you see a tweet underneath it. Hey, here's my page for this. Come follow me. Come check me out sometime. Like,
it wasn't about that. People
would
have fun with the trending topics. I remember one of mine had like got a retweet with it was "So you fancy, huh?"
I remember.
You remember that? You remember that?
It was like it was the same time the song came out with Drake.
Yeah. And it was like. I did the fancy that work at the Jamie Foxx Hotel. You watch the Jamie Foxx show?
Yeah.
So Fancy
is the name of
girl, and I was like something. I think I used her real name, and I said, "Oh, you fancy, huh?" And then they was, "Oh, that's just and then it was like, and then I was like, "Oh, this is Twitter," and it wasn't no. I ain't had nothing to promote. I was just like, "Yeah, that's." It was, "Oh, you great." I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. That's it. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying?"
Bruh. Yo, so since you mentioned that, remember the whole. This is going to be like a throwback for like probably, how long has it been? Probably like a good over 10 years. Remember the whole debacle with Eddie Long? and that whole ordeal.
Yeah.
So one of my homies from high school.
Bro, how funny is this going to be? Because I really don't want to laugh at everything.
Okay. All right.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so one of my homies from high school, at the time, his Twitter tag was... All right, we're going there. We're going there. It was Eddie Longstrokes. Now wait, no. Yes. Now here's the even funnier part.
It's funnier than that.
One of his tweets got on CNN. Some big event had happened. I forgot what event had happened, but CNN retweeted out his tweet. He took a screenshot and everything too. And the reporters, he was like, Eddie Longstroke, and then he repeated the tweet.
Why does he? Man,
I guess
nobody back then.
They didn't know how to screen. They didn't know how to screen tweets or whatever. They just said like, okay.
But they had no black people in their office.
I mean, there's plenty.
Somebody would have called that one.
There's plenty of black people at CNN, but I guess they were just off that day.
Somebody should have called that one.
Like, and it was on. I don't know if it was like on Wolf's show or it might have been like the midday show where the reporters are just trying to get off the reports and they trying to get up out of there.
Yeah.
And of course, they put the tweets all over the screens and stuff, and but right there, front and center, Eddie Longstrokes expressing their thoughts about a certain situation. Crazy. Twitter was different. Mad different.
It's different, but yeah, that's like. But they're coming out with Twitter circles, so I might just use that more. So. Oh, you already seen it happening?
I think I've seen it.
Not the spaces like they try to steal from Clubhouse. Not that.
Is circles just like going to be? What?
No, circles is like close friends. Like Twitter, so only like the people you approve to see your tweets can see them.
Okay, no,
it'll be like a secret timeline or a close friend timeline in the regular one.
That's gonna get crazy.
It is gonna get crazy.
That's gonna get crazy.
It's already getting crazy because some people it's out, but it's only they slowly rolling it out. It's like certain people have it already.
So speaking of Twitter innovations and stuff like that, I will admit, and I'm admitting this on a podcast where people may listen to it, I probably have been a little bit on the demon time as of late.
You might have two different definitions of demon time. What do you mean you've been on demon time?
So when it comes to the spaces, the Twitter spaces. Yeah. No, don't get it twisted. I'm not participating in any of these spaces.
But you
I'm listening. I'll be listening in on a few conversations.
When Clubhouse took off during the pandemic stretch.
Yeah.
I was in some of them rooms. Like you said, I was participating in some of them, but not like the demon time room.
No, I'm not participating. I'm just listening.
But
I'm just listening.
But it was a room I went in one time.
Oh boy. Let me take a sip of water for this.
Man, take a sip of water. And it was some fine women, a collective of beautiful women. Like it was almost like Baskin Robbins, a variety of women that was saying, having men come up from the audience to the stage, and if you know how spaces of Clubhouse work, and do their best version of digital like sex, like phone sex. I'm assuming.
Okay.
But it was for a stack, right? And at this time,
people really trying to get their money.
Well, no, it was around the time when niggas was desperate for money. So now
they're desperate for money and desperate to get their rocks off.
Both. The pandemic. Just imagine the pandemic. Niggas was horny when it was. So not only are they up there fake having sex, right, or doing the phone sex. I don't know why this sounds so awkward to talk about, but this is what happened. The women were interacting back. Right? One of these dudes said, "Move your hand, baby." He said, "Damn." She said, "Damn, daddy." And I was like, "Girl, y'all niggas is sick." And I left after that because when I was like, wait a minute. I kept listening to him. I was like, but they not really fucking right. But so I had to leave, bro. But ever since then, I never got none of them demon time rooms because like some of that stuff
it gets out of hand. It gets out of hand, especially
like some of y'all need y'all accounts banned for real.
Yeah, well, of course, Elon hasn't officially purchased it, but Spaces just need to go. Spaces just need to go.
I don't think he is.
No, he's backing out. He's been trying his hardest to back out.
He don't got no money for it, for real.
I mean, he got the money for it, but he don't want it now. He's just not like, cold feet.
I think it's just really he realized that it wasn't the information tool that he thought it was. I think he thought people were just using Twitter to find out their news, when it's really like I think Twitter oversold itself in a sense.
Right.
Where like it's not the place to get news or formal information. It's like your one-off, your quick jokes, your spark notes of something that happened.
Right.
But where people always searching for quick, digestible pieces of information, you take that in and then you don't read the whole story, right?
Right. Yeah.
People be on Twitter and doing these different, like, I just don't want us to be in that podcast where we just talk about relationships all the time. That stuff like
that, I would imagine that gets annoying pretty fast.
But it's like its whole brand's built off of that. Like it's just
man, it's
kind of like it's more the life than dating, right? If you look at certain podcasts and make it seem like the only thing that we do is date. We only date.
It's really crazy that when it comes down to that, and then like you said, people have built off their brands of it, and then you have all these. Not trying to, we're not really trying to give anybody the publicity that they need, but those type of podcasts that be out there, that really be trying to like value themselves when it comes to being a specific type of male.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying like
there's more to life than just dating.
And, but people, I think it's just kind of what people get consumed in.
Yeah.
What's the thing that get people the most riled up, or the most, relationships get people riled up. Oh man, they ain't shit. Well, I'm shit, and you don't want me. And then it's like, dude, it's like relationships are just so. It's like if it's 1 million people in the world,
right?
There can be 3,000 million. That's not even a real number. I don't teach math. But 3,030,000, it can be a different number of combinations of things that can work for you and your partner. Nobody's going to get on here and be like, do this and this will work for you, because you're not me and I'm
people
not
work
you.
Differently.
Exactly.
People work
require different things. So it's like, it's good to hear different perspective, but like, how they take clips and stuff. And I'm sure they'd be good podcast content throughout, but like when the clips come out, it's just like
they say, there's plenty of the like accounts on there like. Stuff are being clipped out of context.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, but that makes that get people clicking on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, with people trying to become relationship gurus and all that stuff, it's just be crazy, especially with one that passed away recently. Yeah, that one. I felt like a lot of people was taking his advice way too seriously.
Yeah, they were. And they took the clips of it.
Yeah.
Because he has like 2-hour shows. I didn't watch them in its entirety.
No.
But like, he was giving it to dudes too.
Yeah.
And that's give it up. Like,
that's one thing that people. So when it came to his content, I respect the fact that he was at least preaching
both sides.
Both sides, but then also just the skill of just being accountable. Being accountable for yourself. Because when it comes to, I guess, dating and relationships, a lot of people don't want to take accountability to their actions.
Nobody want to take accountability.
And we talked about that in one of our previous episodes, just with life in general.
Yeah. But you got to take accountability for like your or even stuff that you have to do. Is some stuff that, I don't want to do all the time. I don't want to get up and go to work every day for 180 days out the year. To teach kids who can't read at this big old age to read. I don't want to do that. But it's almost like, who else would do it?
Who else, yeah.
Who else would really do it for real? Because I know I barely want to do it. And I actually enjoy some of the perks of it. Yeah. Like now, like the summer is off. I can,
chill.
I can chill, or I can do something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Like I'm eating a homemade Chipotle bowl with jerk chicken.
You called it Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Trying to start a chain up soon?
No, I ain't starting no chain.
Okay. You got the jerk
might
chicken.
do a little food truck, you know what I'm saying?
A food blog or something. I mean, you snapping pictures. You probably take pictures of it, put it on the ground. You know, make a plate, make some money off of it. I got a homegirl that she be cooking and making plates and advertising on Twitter and stuff. So she that's
how a lot of people start for real. It's just like you got to have something people really want to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have to provide quality.
Right.
It's hard to like do that quality consistently. You really have to take time out to do it.
It takes time to be consistent.
Yeah, that's the one thing. But once you become consistent,
oh yeah, and build up the clientele, build up the right clientele that really, people that really mess with whatever that you're trying to make, and if they build it, they'll come.
Yeah.
So what else been going on? You got the new account going on. You've been writing. What have you been writing?
Everything. Like,
so is it like a journal or?
It's not. It's kind of a journal. I have a journal, but that's not. I haven't really been writing in my journal. I've been bro. So I've been teaching.
Right.
How many years? I've been teaching since 2015.
So you've been in it about 7 years or so.
About 7 years, right? This might have been.
And I was part of it for 2.5.
Yes. Yeah. Right. But I don't think I've ever had a normal work experience in all 7 of my years, like teaching. Like any type, like it's always been something, right? My first year, what happened first year? It was so much that happened my first year. Like my co-teacher was trying to fight this science lady.
Oh gosh.
That same lady was older, super older. Like my parents' age older.
Right.
And she would try to rub my leg with we would go out and get. It was like I've never had
She was trying to make advances at you.
Yeah, but she was trying to make not at work. Everybody left work and got drinks. He just always went to the what was it, Fletcher's or something. I don't know.
Ooh.
But it was my first year out in the real world.
Right.
Like nobody really talk about the transition you go from being in high school, turning 17, 18.
Right.
If you I didn't wait, straight up, graduated that summer, was in college that fall. Didn't even, so I'm right back at it. Then graduated college. And then that same thing, that following fall, I started working.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
you was on it fast compared to my transition. My transition was pretty lengthy. Of course, you know about the whole ordeal that I had in order to get my degree in the first place.
I don't really remember.
Okay, they almost denied me from walking, and then they were talking about I had to take some extra classes and stuff.
Wait, why? I know. You never told me this.
I thought I did.
When you told me this?
Oh my god. Well, we can talk about that later. Mm-hmm. But point is, I got my degree. But yeah, I will say my transition was pretty lengthy because I was still looking for a job after college.
Mm-hmm.
Well, compared to you did have, you had some more options lined up compared to that I did.
I mean, I also went into a field where it was a need for it.
Right.
Because it was get it. I basically had a job when I was still in my senior year of college.
Right.
Because it was just they put you in the schools because it's regardless what we teach you in the class, we can't prepare you for none of this. I've been, I had to take over coaching when it was some false allegations against the head coach thing.
I was there for that.
Yeah, and it was just that shit's not normal.
It's
you know
not.
what I mean? That wasn't normal at all. And even all of the things that went with that, just the people trying to isolate and maneuver things and make stories and say different things. That's why, I was really yo, I got to get up out of here. Because this is just, I don't know. Sometimes I'll be thinking I'd be too old for, the petty narcissistic games that go on in some of these schools.
I feel like it's definitely like that with any work field. There's going to be that time of occurrence where you might have to deal with, situations and stuff like that, and it's your choice whether to just ignore it or you can just make the best of it and be petty.
Well, you can't ignore it. I was there.
Yeah.
And it was the fucking It was. So then before that, they fired the teacher of the year because she felt that she was being discriminated against.
What?
It was a lot of foolishness there.
Jeez.
It was a lot of foolishness. Then I wanted to date somebody fresh out of college at the school popo. With all respect, because me and her still cool. But
I still don't know the whole lengths of that. But I'm pretty sure that's a whole podcast episode itself.
Oh yeah, that's like I'll let you read. I'm writing that. That was like just my love life journey. Let me tell you something. Like when I started writing it down,
Memoirs of Mari.
Wow, that's a great name. Actually, we're gonna have like a break off segment where I just read because it's a lot of like I've dated in my lifetime, right? And like I'm a good dude. I feel. And
I'm family. I can vouch for you. I can vouch for you.
I'm a good dude. And it's like sometimes that puts you in bad situations because when you're a good dude.
People gonna try to take advantage of you.
Not necessarily take advantage, just like we want to speed everything up, right? Because like if you go into a relationship, even dudes, you have a checklist of what you would like for your woman to do or have, right? Right, something you want to be on equal playing field. So when these women come with this checklist, and I check these things off, it's like, oh, well, what people try to find stuff wrong with people. Everybody does, like something that might be a little nuance that you might be able, but it's kind of like when you check off those things, it's kind of like, oh, well, let's speed this up. And I'm kind of like, well, no, let's keep it what we was doing. We could do that, but it's kind of like, you know what I mean? When you have triple chocolate fudge ice cream in a waffle cone bowl, and it's 100 degrees outside, you can't wait to get that. You know what I mean? It's gonna melt. You're gonna lose it forever, and it'll never be the same. So. But nah, but I've dated and like it's been a lot of different. So those Mari memoirs might be a real thing, cause like when I be up late at night and I be writing it,
it's good to journal, and I should probably
use a journal.
I definitely need to, especially with like
even with
my mental health situation and
it's like that's really what it's for, cause it's kind of like when you write it or even type it.
Yeah.
When you write stuff down, you kind of see it differently. Because like when it's in your mind, you can only process it by thinking about it. And then when you write some stuff down, you're like, man, there ain't no reason I should be going through this for real.
Right.
When you read it back to yourself and like, I did that. Or I felt this way because of this. So it's like, that's really why I did it. But I'm writing every year.
That's a lot.
What, my teaching?
Okay. That's a lot.
It is a lot.
That's a lot.
And it's never been normal. We had that lady who bent over to pick that pencil up, and that kid made it rain on her with money.
I wasn't there for that.
He wasn't there for that. What else happened? Just the fights. The fights happened at a different clip than I've seen at my other two schools. So
at the school we worked at together for that brief 2.5 years or so, there was a fight pretty much like...
Right, you would be hiding from them fights.
There was like...
You would be hiding. You would be hiding. You would be hiding.
No, I would not be hiding. So the occurrence of the fights happening would probably be like twice a week or something like that.
Probably more than that.
Well, depending on what grade and the situation and stuff like that. Probably like twice a week or so. So if I was near one, then I have to use my duties as an employed educator to break up the situation and to make sure that the other students are trying to learn. But yeah, there's been plenty of times where we had to step in and make sure that lessons weren't being disturbed, as they would like to say.
Whatever was going on. Man, look, if we're gonna keep it a bean.
True.
These black schools have been given second-rate tools, instruments, and leaders to lead these kids and these teachers down just to make us stagnant. We can't even blame this on like the man or white people. Like we literally have all the funds and the means and the resources in our hands, and all we want to do is give the people at the top more raises. It's like damn the kids, damn the teachers, the people who got to be in there with the kids every day. Because academic coaches don't make it go. Assistant principals don't make it go. Principals don't make it go. whoever, it's the teachers, bro.
Right.
But it's like
it's a lot to deal with.
It's a lot to deal with too, and then it's kind of like the people that are in charge with the money are black. We're voting them in, and all they are doing is giving themselves raise. But this isn't a political podcast. I'm just saying at one point in time, somebody got to start caring about the kids in this whole situation.
Yeah, that's the most important.
Nobody cared about the kids coming back from the pandemic. Them kids is dumb. Quite frankly, everybody could be smarter because it was like a year off of learning because they knew they weren't going to fail anybody learning virtually.
Right.
It was a new thing. It was a pandemic, and how could you actually justify keeping somebody back in a pandemic unless they tried to fail?
Right.
So they go to the next grade with no skill set. Now, the 8th graders I taught this year had missed. They hadn't had a full year of school in middle school. 6th grade, they only had half. 7th grade, it was all online. 8th grade was the first time they're in the school building all year. And even then, they couldn't even be in there all year because COVID, different, you know what I mean? Yeah. Different things and stuff.
There's still limitations at hand.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's just like you can't, So I'll never forget somebody in college, this white kid, he was at the final semester of his educator course. He was about to get his degree. And he quit. He just said, like, yo, y'all send us in here to these schools that they don't even have the basic needs that you should have as a person. And you talking about making them learn to perform on a state test? And he was like, I don't want to be a part of that, Right. Now, granted, we know what I mean when I say we couldn't do that because what are you gonna do, buddy? But like clearly he just stopped, bro. Like it wasn't like no facade, no game. He did not return to class. Didn't go like I don't know what he do now. But it's just kind of like, that he realized that. It's like, yo, this is just a place where it's like babysitting almost.
Yep.
Because really, what you learned in grade school for real?
What we learned in grade school, outside of just the basics.
I feel like all I remember from grade school is just the basics.
I got
to college and realized I didn't know shit.
Yeah, I mean, grade school, it was definitely your basics when it comes to arithmetic and English language. That's it. Pretty much for the most part.
I think really school is just a social development of everybody. That's what it is. Because like I didn't learn anything in high school or middle school.
You don't think so?
I mean I learned stuff, but I also feel like I learned stuff and it was more so socially. You know what I mean? How to interact with different people, how to get things done. Like even college, I don't feel like I learned everything I needed to learn in college, but I learned enough to get the job done.
I think it kind of felt the same. I think what helped out in my situation was that I went to a high school that was pretty diverse. Mm-hmm. So on top of just learning how to interact with people, you're also learning how to respect different cultures and stuff like that. So, the school I went to was plenty of, Middle Easterns and a lot of Asians, a variety of white people there as well. But then, of course, a good bit of black people ourselves there. But, I think it was pretty interesting, just being able to take in all that culture, but then still be able to, still be in tune with yourself. Mm-hmm. Which a lot of people tend to kind of forget sometimes, or they try to pretend to be things that they aren't.
And that's what I think happened because I went to all black school. It was black as you can,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like and that's one of the reasons why I didn't really go to an HBCU because I felt like my whole, coming up, that's all I was around. I really didn't know white people existed. I'm for real. Only reason I knew they existed is because I worked at Stone Mountain Park, which was a racist memorial.
Pretty much, yeah.
But that's the only way I knew white people existed. So I was kind of like, the whole world, you know what I mean? It's not just going to be black people.
Right.
Because we wish, I wish we could do that. But then when we do that, they burn it down like Black Wall Street. So it's kind of like you got to be able to maneuver the channels of like you said, different ethnic groups. Yeah. If I went to a diverse school, I probably would have went to the HBCU. But it was so, like you said, you get caught up in these images of gangsters, of and whatever that means to a high schooler. I guess it just means bringing your gun with you in your book bag to school. Or, silly stuff like that. We had no metal detectors. It was really, schools are really an unsafe place.
Yeah, they are.
In so many,
especially in these times, unfortunately.
I mean, but it's not even. It's always been. It's never been like the. You know what I mean? Like in my high school, like I said, it was all black. Some folks got to fighting in the cafeteria, and the security guard ended up spraying herself with mace and then spraying the whole cafeteria. We changed classes, and nobody knew that the cafeteria was covered in mace, and we walked through it choking.
Wow.
That was my first experience with mace. And nobody told nobody parents. We just going through that coughing. I'm like, what? You know what? You've inhaled mace before?
I've been around it.
Have you like, because when you spray it in the air, it lingers until like it still get in your lungs and sting.
So I've been in the probably like, I wouldn't say close vicinity of it, but I've seen it, sprayed and probably just avoided that area. So, crazy thing about it. A crush that I had in high school, she got into a fist fight, and she got maced in the face. That's quite the experience. Just seeing,
Yeah, but.
And that was at the shuttle too. So if anybody on the east side know about the shuttle, Memorial Shuttle, changing over buses and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy. It really is. Schools are definitely unsafe. I remember at the school that we were working at, there was a sign that was saying, anything when it comes to like weaponry and all that stuff aren't supposed to be on campus. And I think the sign fell down and never was put back up.
I mean, the sign didn't matter. But at the same time, any.
But just to go into
and it's only at the black schools. I hate to keep saying this, but it's like we're so lost and have no direction, because it's like when you think about real life stuff, like we're not even 100 years moved from segregation, and we really haven't moved from segregation. We just all the black kids live in a certain area, so they all go to one school. It's still segregated. They just make it a choice. If you want to send your kid up here to, mix in with the other races, be my guest.
Right.
But whatever happens up there, we not, it ain't gonna be the most. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's if you don't live in a diverse area, it's not gonna be a diverse experience. You're gonna be an outcast that's just going there because that's where you can afford to live.
Right.
But yeah, it's. I hate to come down hard on like these black-led schools and black-led counties, but it's just like it's almost like a popularity contest. Like, let's campaign the most. Let's do shit for Instagram. But nobody getting there with them kids and like realize that, hey, why a majority of my 8th graders reading on a 3rd grade level? They
need more.
They do need more. But like nobody wants to do it.
Right. It's a handful.
It's a handful, but even that handful is kind of like, so you start the year off and you're supposed to have 15 people to do a job and you only have 10. That put more stress on the 10. Right. So now the 10 who would have been good if 15 people were there to do the job, they feel overwhelmed and now they quit. Now it's not, and you get what it's just a trickle effect.
It's a cycle as well.
It's a cycle. And then like the cycle's going to happen where the new teacher's going to bottom out. Nobody's going to go to school to be a teacher anymore. Especially with this move to tech. It's like school might be becoming obsolete in a sense. Because if you can get the same... And the only reason it's not obsolete now is because what do you do with that many kids all day?
Yeah. Ugh.
Like, what do you do with, like, the amount of high school kids are in high school right now if school goes to virtually only?
Right.
Or only something like that. So that's the thing. It's just America just doesn't know. Nobody wants to think of a plan to change the structure of things. School now is obsolete. You can look up stuff on your phone, right? I give a question in class. You can Google it before I can make my way around the room to see who knows it or not. You get what I'm saying? So it's like school has to change. Somebody has to be an innovator. The standards got to change because it's easy. It's easy to cheat, and these kids are different now. They think they're grown. They do drugs now. They did drugs when we was at that school.
Yeah.
They have sex. They make sex tapes. It's like... And it's weird, and it's not I mean I think I've become desensitized to it because 7 years it happens across the board. It's not specific to that school, a specific type of kid. It's these phones. They can see whatever they want on these phones.
I remember you having quite the dissertation on Twitter about what needs to happen when it comes to, like, I guess the change of school. I remember
a lot that
you had a long thread.
Yeah, it was a long thread because it was. I probably can't. I don't even remember where I put it, but I know what you're talking about. Somebody had asked me to come on their podcast and talk about it. But it's the thing where, you just see it after a while, right? Number one, being a man in the school is rare because it's a female-dominated industry.
Right.
Because it's not because it's easy, but because it's hard, and it takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of kindness. A lot of things men are rumored to not have. It takes to do that job. I will say that. I had to learn a lot about myself and just the development.
We both did.
Of a man. I'm talking about still now.
Sure.
Because it's still things where, like, certain things you even grow up on, you realize it's kind of like, that really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things in life and death, if that makes sense.
Right.
But it's like these kids do matter because if all they have these phones and if the only role models they see are little baby, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with these people, but these are entertainers. You don't know these people.
Right.
They like have entire lives that you don't know about, and a lot of them are just using the media to appease to certain type of people so they can buy their product. I'm not a Kanye West fan. I hope that doesn't make people angry and throw eggs at the screen. But it's like I feel like he just manipulates a certain group of people. Because he, like, when he was making music, when music wasn't all of this, your online brand and entities and stuff, like, he was the man. But then he got caught up in the social media stuff and wanting to, I saw a clip where he got a tummy tuck for the media.
I think you're talking about in regards to his mom. He bought his mom
he got a tummy tuck too.
Oh, well, that I didn't know.
Yeah, he's on TMZ saying, like, I went and got a tummy tuck for y'all because y'all would go get pictures and say, oh, Kanye looking a little fat. And it's like, for people with fragile mental health, that can, make them feel a type of way about themselves. But yeah, it's just, yeah, they only see the stuff they see on social media. Your Instagram celebrities,
right?
Your city girls, like whoever has an online following, Migos, like stuff it's satire, it's entertainment, it's stuff that's like, you can digest every once in a while. But this is their reality now because it's easy to give a kid a phone and let them explore it on their own while you handle your business as a parent because it's like. It's a new age of parent too.
Oh man,
it's a new age of parent. It's some of these parents that do not know their kid at all.
At all.
And I don't. And honestly, a lot of parents in this day and age, a lot of parents don't know their kids. Their kids got Finstas, burner accounts, 7 different pages.
I'm just now learning about what a Finsta is.
Yeah, you behind the time.
Yeah.
But like, it's just one where these kids be in there doing all types of shit. That's where all this school beef come from. Somebody in their fence to saying, why her pussy look like that? The next thing you know, they want to fight at school. It's like, girl, y'all 12. Why do you know what? You get what I'm saying? But yeah, never had a normal year in teaching. The allegations, they pulled us out of class and told us if we want to keep our jobs, don't say nothing to the news. Don't know how legal that is, but nobody.
I remember that. Oh my God. We had a brief meeting after work. I think I peeped in there for like 5 minutes and then dipped out because, at the time I didn't have a whip, so I had to catch the bus. But yeah, this education system, man, is completely broken. Yeah, it's way past broken.
Way past broken.
Way past broken.
Somebody ran up in my other school chasing his baby mama and his daughter with a gun.
Wait, what?
I said it right. Somebody, I guess, was arguing with his baby mom.
Are these adults, right?
Yeah, these are adults. They have a child. What do you mean?
Hey, you may never know, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But wow.
I'm coming to work, and then I see a car just speeding through the parking lot, and there's another car chasing it. So then she pull up, she hop out her car and run in with her baby crying, whoop-de-whoop. We don't have a police officer. We don't have any security there that has a gun, right? So guess who has to play security in the morning? Now, do you think I want to get shot over some baby mama drama?
Hell no.
But what else do you do? Do you let this man pistol whip every woman inside? Right? So it's like, and then it's at the same time, well, dude, what the fuck were you thinking? Because it's like, why are you know what I mean?
It's too early for this.
It's the sun not even out, my nigga.
It's way too early for this.
And it's like, so then he do this whole thing where like, she can't keep my car here. This is my car. And I'm like,
Now y'all arguing about the car.
It was so, no, that she wouldn't come out and talk to him. He was just like, he basically was going to take her car so she would have to call him when she want to leave the school. Just manipulation one-on-one. But that's what this is what happens at school. I watched a kid try to kill herself with an Altoid can.
How?
What do you mean? You ripped the metal Altoid cans? The top?
You just
go at it. Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. So it's like, and then what's really crazy about it is they think that they don't even think. I don't think they realize how damaging it is to the adults to be in some of these situations too.
Oh yeah, this is very traumatizing.
It's traumatizing. Like you like imagine watching a kid try to take their life, and then when they start feeling funny, like their life is slipping away, they instantly regret the decision and don't want to die anymore. Right? Just now, this happened maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but that's still on the forefront of my mind because it's just like so much stuff, bro. It's so much stuff that go on it in a year. So imagine 7 of them bitches.
Yeah, you got a lot to write about.
Seen teachers fight, kids fight. Shit, I put my hands on the kid before. Cause like they just out of control. My big ass motherfucker thought he was gonna bump past me and like get out the door. Well, I was about to bite this nigga nose off. Like, fam, I said I'm not the one to play these games. This will be a news scene. They're gonna be like, what happened to that boy? Cause I'm gonna bite pieces of your face off. It's kind of like you gotta be a little thrown off to be a teacher. You have to be, cause not even just because the kids are bad, but it's like you got to get up there every day and like
we have to survive for the next 8 hours dealing with this.
It's not even surviving. It's about teaching, because like you have to get up there and you have to present information to people who don't know how to learn or know how to learn at different clips, and you don't necessarily know how they learn. So part of the year is spent learning how they learn, and then tailoring everything that we have to do is too much. If you got 30 kids in there, they want you to come up with 30 different lesson plans. Niggas can suck my dick. All y'all gonna get this one lesson plan, and the ones that are smart are gonna get the extended, and the ones who are lagging behind are going to get the enrichment. That's it. But it's like you want all of these different things, but you gotta pay for that. You get what you pay for.
Right.
If you pay chump change, you get chump work. Just like they said, you want to help with football? I said, is there going to be any money? Oh, no, thank you. I'll show up and do some water. I'll show up like I did last year and take pictures. But just because I'm going to be here doesn't mean I'm going to work for free. Because y'all don't want to shut out no more money. But that's what it is. Everybody at the top keep getting their money, like principal accounts, all these other accounts to just have money to do what you may have. But yeah, no, I'm not about to. And that's why I stopped trying to go the extra mile for the schools. Even though some of it is, you go the extra mile for the kids because they'll always remember it. And like, I got a bunch of gifts this year. Somebody gave me a Father's Day card and said I was the closest thing. And that's sad because I'm not
Yeah.
I'm a teacher and I do right by them children. But like, you don't have nobody in your life, you know what I mean, that has shown you that a man is better than what I guess you think men are supposed to be. I don't know.
It's crazy that we live in that world where
Yeah, it's
a very warped perception.
It's bad, bro. It's
really
bad.
is.
Kids come to school, got beat on by their stepdaddy, and their mom just let it happen, and it's just kind of like, well, why do you have kids?
And this also goes back to accountability. You are accountable for who you're fucking.
You are, because now, not only that, you have kids too, and now if this person hate kids and he punch your daughter in the face, like, you okay with that? And it's just like you said, accountability, man. Nobody want accountability. Everybody want to put the white people did this. Like I get it. We've started behind the 8 ball.
Right.
We have. But it's a thing where, like, are you going to move to Africa or are you going to try to get from behind this 8 ball? You can't just say, I'm behind the 8 ball, somebody help me. Nobody's going to come to help. And it's not nobody else's responsibility to help you. It's however you got here, like, we here now. You got to do what you got to do.
You got to take care of business.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's why I just be like, yeah, teaching is weird, but like, I got everything I wanted so far out of life, so it's only a matter of time before, yeah, I don't know. That's just how I kind of feel about it. It's like I get the bills paid, can do whatever I want when I want.
And that's the plus, but still, and the long term thing is just like, just making sure that you have your sanity still intact.
Well, I mean,
make sure you have your sanity intact, and then also.
I mean, yeah, my sanity's intact, but it's kind of like you still have to be cognizant of what's going on in the real world. Because even though these are kids and these are schools, these kids don't have much longer before they're adults.
Right.
Some of these kids are 15. Some of these kids are 15 years old, 16, going like in 2 years. Like I've taught kids that are grown now, that are all of them may go to college. Some of them in jail. Some of them in juvie. Some of them pregnant. Some of them, it's a mixed bag. So these kids aren't going to be adults, aren't going to be children for much longer. I told them high school is the first step into being adults because you start making decisions that impact your immediate future. 9th grade year, you don't have a GPA, you're not going to college for free. Are you gonna go to college with debt? Are you gonna take out debt to go to college? I personally don't think you should take out a loan to go to college. Like it's something you got to really plan for. Like if they say, if you make all B's in school, we'll pay for you to go to college, you need to be making all B's in school. And then if you don't, it's kind of like, I was talking to somebody the other day. She let her daughter go out of state for $31,000. Right? I'm like, what kind of sick shit is that? I think I might have paid $31,000 for my entire college career. If that.
I know I paid more. Or took out more.
Well, yeah, look, I was writing essays. But I feel like I'm an intellectual. I was at least a nigga intellectual because I wasn't intellectual. I just got down to Georgia Southern and there was just too much freedom. And then I went down there with all my friends. So I didn't really focus on learning. Because when I left Georgia Southern, I went and made the principals list. So I was like, so it was just Southern. But you got to think about just going to college with all your friends and y'all all live together. And like, all y'all not ugly.
No, that was my original plan. Like, wherever my friends are gonna go, like, I can go there. But I was thinking maybe we would keep each other in check.
No.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. But I mean, fortunately, me, I did my thing. I got my degree. And, my other homies that went to other schools, they did their thing. But I still think, there's still a good support system where you're around your friends, but you just got to be responsible.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe I just had the wrong set of friends to hold somebody else accountable or responsible. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I do feel like...
but then again, it might be the same thing where, like, well, who can hold you responsible? Who holds you responsible?
Right.
Like, who do you listen to? That's what it really boils down to, because people like to think they have it figured out, but nobody got it figured out.
Yeah. So, but luckily, the friends that I did make at state, at my school, we definitely did, hold each other accountable, especially in the dorm that we're staying at, Nobody's trying to get fined for having a messy dorm and stuff like that, or getting caught with visitation and all that stuff. So, you got...
That's what I'm saying. We didn't have them rules.
I mean, we had them rules, but they weren't enforced, but we just still didn't want to take a risk.
We didn't have no rules. We didn't have no visitation rules.
Wow. And I was at HBCU.
Yeah, we didn't have visitation rules. Like, when, the first night we were there, like, women went door to door looking for the black dudes.
Okay.
My girlfriend came to stay over there all the time. This girl, when I started talking to this girl from class, she came over. The first day she came over, it was raining. And
she was okay.
And I don't know. Again, this is gonna be on the Mari memoirs because I'm gonna show you some of this shit because this some real shit. These are real life relationships because I feel like I feel like just how I've been in the past, I felt like I've always had to kind of be in some sort of relationship.
Good thing about these memoirs, you mentioned it earlier, you're learning about yourself more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's kind of like, as I write these stories down, or even some of the things that happen, I get to honestly reflect on myself too, because it was like, it's not just a one person effort. Like, oh, woe is me, I'm just such a perfect boyfriend and all of these women are evil. No, that's not the case. Like, some things I did to see reactions, some things I didn't know they would be tricked. You know what I mean? You're literally dealing with an entire person.
Yeah.
But yeah, the memoirs is just journaling in general. You get to learn more about yourself. Because like in your mind, some things don't make sense, but when you try to write it down, and some things you come across, it's like, I can't write this down, so maybe, just maybe, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, so just things with that. But like, yeah. You'll know when you start to just self-reflect. People got to self-reflect more. Yeah. That's how you get out of that's how you can get out of your depressive states without therapy. Just kind of write down your feelings, write down the things that brought these feelings on, and what do you want to happen? Because you can want stuff to happen, but like, some things ain't happening. If you're dating a girl or a girl dating a boy, and you want them back, but they no good, that's not gonna happen. So what's option 2? And it's just, you work through stuff like that instead of just sitting there, they left me, I'm sad, my feelings hurt, because that's all it really is. I know it ain't. Just making light of some stuff, because some people, I've been sad before. I've taken off work to stay home and eat biscuits all morning because I've been sad, but you get over it eventually. You really be sad at the amount of effort and time you put in when you could have been out here. You know what I mean? I've been faithful to people I shouldn't have been. I've been unfaithful to people I shouldn't have been. I don't know, or if that's even a thing. No, I've never been unfaithful like that. But yeah, you realize more about yourself writing, and you see it down, because it's like, you wrote it. It ain't, this is your stuff, and nobody else is supposed to see it.
Right.
So you can be as open and as honest as you want to be about it, and it's just kind of there for you to kind of be like, or even when people, Mercury go in retrograde and they come back around, ooh, hey, Thick Daddy, you looking kind of cute. Like, girl, go ahead, little mama, go ahead. I know you up to no good. But like, yeah, that was it. But I could talk forever.
Yeah, that's quite the learning experience, man.
Yeah.
And we all need to at least take a good look at ourselves, especially me. I know for sure, and definitely could get better at that. So definitely take a look into this journaling thing. And I will say I have been trying to look for like, some type of therapy, especially with all that's been going on with me, like within these past 6 or 7 months or so. I've been on and off with it, but I still need to take more initiative actually committing to fighting that therapist and talking to them and trying to get past these problems and whatnot.
Yeah, or just even with therapy, like when you write it down, you have points of reference you can bring into your therapist if you found one. But it's like just having those points of reference of like what you're feeling or what's going on, and then like they're not just going in the dark. They ask their question, and it's like, well, okay, this is what I wrote about.
And my homie was telling me about this. One of my OGs was telling me about, like, journal, use that as a reference point. Heck, sometimes use, whatever you're eating as a reference point when it comes to how you're feeling about stuff like that. So,
because even this is like a more healthier meal than, like, you know what I'm saying? Something like it got your greens, it got your corn, it got your chicken, not fried, a little bit, it got good, boy, it got lettuce and all the greens. So like, but like when I'm feeling rushed or overwhelmed, I'll go get a Bojangles spicy fried chicken biscuit.
And we build up those bad habits.
Yeah. So it's like, that's why I was like, well, let me just cook everything at one time. So throughout the day, like it's 3, so then at 6, I can just warm some of this stuff up instead of, door dashing for $40.
Why? Why are you doing that?
I'm lazy.
Oh my God, I would never.
And I got money.
I mean, yeah.
I got money.
Yeah.
Kinda. But it's like, I got enough money to afford the shit that I do.
Right.
Like, all this shit is mine.
Man, I
But that's at the same time. But like, I don't be going anywhere because like I pay so much to live here. It's like if I ever want to like do something to like for the Super Bowl, I had everybody over here. We had a wings thing. Everybody brought different flavors of wings. It's kind of like, people paid like places to host events like that.
Yeah.
So it's like anything I want to do. Like I got my PlayStation 5 up there. So yeah, that just be.
When you work hard, you get the stuff that you want.
Yeah, when you work hard, you play hard. That's really all it is. This is just even this crib is just an expensive toy. That's really all it is. It's money that I pay monthly so I can do whatever I want to do. I ain't worn a shirt since you've been here. You know what I mean? You don't gotta wear a shirt if you don't want to, but I'm just saying you can't do that everywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I used to stay at my folks for a little bit. He was, hey, you put on the shirt, dude. And I'm like, you mad because I'm hard body. I was playing. But he just didn't. I don't know what that was about. But it's like, you know what I mean? You buy your own place. You can. Sometimes I come downstairs. Sometimes I stay upstairs. If it's a day like I just feel like I got my little tea kettle up there, my little de-stress room, it's just real vibing, man.
There's nothing wrong with taking some time out for yourself, especially when it comes to your mental health, and especially when it comes to men's mental health. It's definitely something that needs to be acknowledged more. I mean,
I don't think it necessarily needs to be acknowledged more. We're past the part of acknowledging. We start finding like solutions.
Right.
Get into the root of it, because like I feel that, and this might be a Twitter hot take, and I said I'm gonna stop doing this because I am gonna get off like my main Twitter because I just see so many dumb takes, and then I see like both sides of the dumb takes. And it's like, wow, both sides are dumb. This shouldn't even really be a.
That's why I don't tweet. Yeah. I don't tweet.
So now I forgot what I was about to say.
Dumb takes and your hot take. Well, you was about to have a hot take about men's mental health.
Men's mental health is kind of like, I see like a big push for it, but I don't see like
the actual push.
No, I don't see like the black men pushing it.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Am I tripping? I could be tripping. You know what I mean? It feels like everybody else is pushing black man mental health because of what they think that it should be.
I think in regards to that, I think people like to bring up like the bad habits that we as men might have. And then they try to cover that up with like a push for men's mental health. So for instance, there might be a male out there that's promiscuous or whatnot, or they just have bad coping mechanisms. But it's just, it's mental health. That's just how they deal with things.
Well, no, there ain't. I mean, and me personally, I feel like mental health has been overused in certain realms, where it's like some people are just saying mental health when it's like you're just making that decision. Right? I don't want to come down hard on Ben Simmons, but my nigga, if I was 100 and what the fuck ever millionaire player to play fucking ball, and because I don't hit an open shot, people criticize me. Like, they criticized Draymond during the finals. They said, fuck that man, while his wife and kids was in the crowd. A girl, is he married?
Yeah, Draymond's.
Yeah. His wife and kids were in the crowd, and they started a fuck Draymond train. A fuck Draymond chant. And you know what he did after that? Fall the fuck out. So, mental health, I mean, I get it. You can say mental health. I don't know. Money isn't everything. But my mental health would be a little more sturdy if I had $100 million. And I'm not saying it's not important. I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's kind of what black mental health has been tied to. Athletes. Oh, I'm depressed because my team owner shipped me. What about the regular niggas that got to go to work that pay tickets to come see y'all millionaire athletes play ball?
All right.
Not saying y'all shit's not important, but it's like that's kind of where the spectrum has gone to. It's gone to these men who have mental health problems about providing, sustaining, because it's like there hasn't been a lot of spaces created for. I can only speak on black men because I don't know white men, and I'm black man. It hasn't been a lot of spaces created for black men to be celebrated outside of like your traditional thing.
Yeah.
Your ball players, your athletes. You don't really, they don't celebrate the black doctor. Or it's not a push to have black men doctors for real. You really don't. You don't see that push. They don't champion it as much as you see a rapper. That's why all my kids got rap YouTubes now. Y'all niggas suck. I'm the nigga that be say, like, when them rappers grow up and say, my teacher ain't believe in me. I'm that teacher. How can I believe in your rap career when you can't conjugate subjects and verbs? When that's all rap is, poetry.
Right.
Like, I'm literally teaching. I'm giving you the handbook on how to make better raps, and you like, nah, I just want to go home on YouTube and search up beats and then talk about killing niggas.
There's much more to that.
But not in this era right now. In this era, like Lil Yachty had an interview and he said it best. The easiest thing to be right now is a gangster. Because if I say I'm a gangster and you say I'm not, what I got to do? Shoot at you, and now I'm a gangster. Or at least don't say he's not a gangster. You get what I'm saying?
All right.
You can. It's easy to come in and be a gangster. You buy a gun and then you shoot at people who say you're not a gangster with your friends. That's it. I'm for real.
No. I believe it's just. And now I'm just laughing at how stupid it is. Unfortunately,
how stupid it is, but that's how real it is. All these kids are gangsters. They done took a little weed or a little eighth out their daddy's stash box and put it on Instagram. Now they think they the trap lord. Like, no, you taking advantage of your daddy. He gonna notice it and beat your ass one of these times. Matter of fact, one of them kids did get caught stealing their daddy weed. But it's like at the same time, how do you have that stuff so accessible to children? Like, how your child know how to get your weed if you just gotta have it? I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not against the weed, but it's like you got children in the house.
Right.
That know what it is.
Different times we're living in, man.
Yeah, it is.
Different times we're living in.
Well, we ain't going back to them old times. The internet changed that. The internet is the life that was pushed to us, and it's the life that we were programmed to have. Because all of us got smartphones. All of us got phones that can hook up to the internet, Twitter, Twitch. Only people who sell pussy use Snapchat. I'm so scared of Snapchat now. Oh my goodness.
I've never been on Snapchat.
Oh my goodness, I'm so afraid of Snapchat. Somebody added me. I don't even know how they added me. That's also why I got off of dating apps. Dating apps are
designed to make you feel like crap, man.
No, they are, but they're also designed for women who solicit sex for money.
Yeah, they seek attention, and then they also.
What do you mean attention? They seek money.
The attention and money.
Some girl said I could do anal for $180. I was like, I wasn't gonna do it. I said, girl, all night. That would. I'm like, what? Like, girl, what are you doing on this app? I'm so afraid of you. But like, so you telling me I give you $180? That's just what you doing. Yeah, where you at? Like, girl, you get out of here. I'm about to block you. And she be like, dead for real. Boy, use a spoon. I be digging your hand in my food.
My hands are clean.
No, they not. You been over here on this computer.
My computer clean.
You wipe down your computer?
Huh?
You wipe? No. He over here digging in my skillet because that chicken good now. We gonna do the Mari's Memoir Chef Edition too, because I be chefing it up. Every podcast listener get a free Chipotle bowl. It's kind of good, it's kind of good. Chicken good, ain't it?
It is.
I told you, I know what I'll be doing over here.
I'm not underestimating your cooking skills, but yeah, that was very intense.
We were going to Denver with our cousin. I want to go to Denver.
Oh yeah, well we need to make that happen.
I'm not working, so I'm saying I'm going to go. I just got to hit her up and see what she's talking about.
Let me know when you're going to go.
Whenever I can. I want to go now. Not like.
But yeah, that was pretty intense. I had to go get me some water.
No, but like, yeah, that's, it also made me realize, now I'm not saying I'm the finest dude on the earth, but I think I am a little bit too fine for dating apps. I do. I really do. But no, they are designed to make you feel like crap. They never show you who likes you. They never, if anybody even likes you, it might just be a bot that the website uses.
Yeah, just the algorithm, just to
keep you, filled up, like make it say, oh, it got 13 likes. If I pay $10 a month, I can see who likes me. And then it's just all bots that just don't even respond.
All right, it's crazy.
Or ask you for money for sex. I'd be so afraid of that because it's like, yo, fam, like, you take Cash App? Like, if I Cash App 180, do I put for pussy or what do I put? Like that's a.
Those are questions I don't want to know answers to.
Yeah, I feel you. But it's just kind of like, it's the dating scene out here is scary. I think it's just,
scarce.
I think it's just I wouldn't say scarce. It's just you just got to deal with so much and filter through so much bullshit.
Yeah, we was talking about that earlier.
Yeah, you got to filter through so much, and it's like you never really know everybody's intention. You know what I mean?
Right. No ulterior motives, man. It'd be crazy. But that's a bit much. A lot to deal with. Man. But yeah, y'all gotta be accountable, folks.
Everybody, men and women.
Men and women.
And we gotta start holding people we know accountable too. Because I know I kind of do hold people accountable because there's a lot of people in my life that I don't fool with no more. Because like I guess some dudes I can't really get with dudes that like cheat on like they live-in girlfriend. If you live with your girl, like you go home every day to this chick and lie to her. So I know when it comes down to it,
you're probably gonna be lying about some other things.
No, you would lie to me.
Yeah.
Like I'm not having sex with you. I'm not cooking you food. I'm not rubbing you or cuddling with you at night. And you lying to her? Oh, fam, you'll for sure lie to me or steal from me. Because look, some of my stuff that came up missing before from some dudes that had cheated on their girlfriends. And I'm like, yo, it's in your character to lie. You know what I'm saying? But you can't ever really, I don't know. But like, yeah, I definitely stopped fooling with dudes who like cheated on their girlfriend or like just with, kind of, I don't know, just do them in a weird way. And it ain't even like, dude, do your girl right. But it kind of is. It's kind of like, yo, I don't want to I'm not going to be like, you use my name when you out here with
so-and-so.
Yeah. Lying to your girl saying you with me. I don't want to, don't put that karma on my name.
But also, it does come down to the point where you just have to avoid situations like that in general.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's like somebody that's new. So like, that's what I'm saying. I don't really have a lot of friends that I met in college that I still like. Because all of them are a little weird that I met at college.
Oh, no. It's kind of different. I'm still cool with a lot of homies I met in college, but
cool is one thing, but like, cool has changed over time too. Because like,
oh no, I'm cool. I'm
talking about me. I'm talking about cool.
Yeah.
Like we follow each other on social media, but like I don't know what,
Yeah.
Social media is just the highlights, and that's what everybody fails to realize. This isn't like real life. My life isn't just. Because if you go to my Instagram right now, let's see what's on my Instagram right now. My life isn't what is it? It isn't wedding receptions, home buying, and wedding parties. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I got one with a car, the one with the fraternity, one with some friends I don't even talk to no more. My pops, get out. Me standing in front of a black and white American flag, like it's just just random collection of pictures. It's not There's
no meaning to them.
Yeah, that's why I had to tell somebody the other day. Somebody was in my inbox talking about I was really feeling you, and I'd be like, girl, like how? You don't even know me. Like you got my number off Twitter. I don't even care if she listens to it. But it's like that, and that's what I talk about. You don't know. You can't really be feeling me. Like you've never met me. You know what I mean? It's like you sprung off some tweets.
I remember one thing that
tweets.
I remember one thing that my dad told me, like, your friend's not really your friend unless you ready like to knuckle up and get fight for them, like get into like a fist fight situation for them. So like that's one thing I definitely one of the many lessons that I definitely learned from my dad over the years. And there's definitely, like, I have a lot of friends that, if there was a fist fight to happen, I'll probably throw a chair or something for you.
No, I've been in fist fights because of, like, friends that have been wrong. And now it's like, bro, I don't even talk to these people. Like, we would, like, it was one person in particular who would always, like, start fights. And, of course, you can't let your friend get jumped, on it. And it's like, I just kind of got tired of doing that.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like,
if it come down to it on some real stuff,
like that's what I'm.
That's just going around picking fights.
Yeah, but yeah, that's one of the lessons that we definitely advocate for here at the lounge is, just being accountable, y'all. Be accountable for your actions. Stop doing stupid shit. That's it. That's one of the main things we advocate here at the Cuzzo's Lounge. One of the many things. But that was, I feel like it was a pretty good episode.
Yeah,
pretty good episode.
We don't gotta beat a dead horse. We can. I'm gonna do that. Mari's memoir.
Well, I'm happy that I was able to at least coin the phrase and.
Yeah, because that's what I'm about to change it now. I'm gonna go up there and write some more.
Happy to help coin the phrase for you for that. But Cuzzo's Lounge, RC, and MariSesnsei, Scam Genie, Smash Game Mari, however you wanna, whatever moniker you go by these days.
Yeah, follow me on PlayStation Network. We can run the games. Smash Game Parlay.
And you still doing, you still getting the Twitch on off the
ground. Yeah, I be on and off, but I gotta really figure out how to maneuver and work it because I don't really know.
I gotta help you out with that.
Yeah, I'll be streaming like Apex sometimes. I always stream Madden, but like on that next gen Madden, I'm a problem.
I mean, but there's a big audience for Apex streams, especially when people Apex, are salty and stuff like that.
I love Apex. I've been playing Apex since season 0.
So yeah, I mean, there's a big audience for it, so you could definitely grind out there at Apex.
But I'm not content Apex good. Like it's them computer folks. They are.
Oh, mouse and keyboard. Yeah. I mean,
but it's like I'm not losing every game. I'm winning some. Like I have high damage. I got badges. But I've been playing it for a while.
Yeah.
I took a little break. I think it was the Seer season. Or was it the Madden? I don't know. It might have been a few. I can look at it when I go over there. But yeah, no, Apex is fun. Like it's really different from any other game because it's one that prioritizes teamwork,
right,
and team composition, and there's so many different characters that balance out each one another, and it's just fun for real. The skins are dope, even though I think they're a little overpriced for not doing nothing. They don't do nothing except look cool, but it's Call of Duty is cool. I'm not really a Call of Duty fan because like when they try to make the shooting games too lifelike, it's kind of like just go to a shooting range. But this one is like it got the first person shooter with like anime abilities, if that makes sense. So it's kind of a mix between both worlds.
I've been pretty much out of the Call of Duty loop for quite some time.
Yeah, I don't like Call of Duty. Because I'll just go sign up for the military if I want to jump out of planes and slide through buildings and shoot people without no over the top animatrix or animation.
Yeah. But you out here with the Twitch. This is MariSesnsei. So anybody that wants to keep up and follow us, if you're watching this on Twitch, ! Lounge in the chat will bring you up our socials and whatnot. Let me put that in the chat right now. So if y'all want to follow us on the socials, right there, and then also I think I have another. Got another command for the actual Twitch page. If anybody trying to follow us, anybody that's listening to this or watching this, you're currently watching this on my Twitch page at RC MariSesnsei Panther 22. But if you want to check out my Cuzzo and his gaming adventures when it comes to the Madden and the first person shooters.
Well, I'll be on everything. I bought Elden Ring. I think I'm gonna actually make like a stream of me exploring because that game is super hard.
Yeah, I know. I've seen plenty of friends rage on that.
It's ridiculously hard.
I know.
I haven't done anything except run around and level up a little bit and die.
That's the whole game. That's
the whole game. Even fought no ball. I went to this one thing. It's a barricade and it's a big giant that jump off out the sky. And I'm like, how do I beat a giant? I can barely hold my 2-hand sword.
You gotta level up some more, Cuzzo.
How? I keep dying. I don't even know where to go. It's just giants everywhere.
I'm
gonna figure it out.
I'll help you out with that Twitch stuff, man.
I got you, man. But like that's one I really want to like do a Twitch series, like
Oh, you trying to do like playthroughs and stuff like that?
Yeah, like no, just for that one because that one's really hard.
A lot of people are doing that. I mean, but
Yeah.
you can put a twist to it. You can make it work.
But they not as funny. Wow. Cause somebody tried to invade my game one time. I killed that motherfucker. He came in my game, bro. He just popped in there trying to kill me. And you know if they kill you when you got all
they get to loot your stuff too.
Yeah, they take you lose experience points. Like your experience points die right there. And if you don't get back to your experience points before you die again, you lose them. So like I had like 3,000 experience points. If he would have killed me, he would have took all of them.
Ran off on the plug.
Yeah, like he just rung a little bell and invade my game. And then it's like, but if you kill him, you get like a lot of experience points too. So I beat him and then I immediately went and spent all my experience points. So, but then I was like, yo, this is kind of cool. So I want to get my Twitch looking like a regular Twitch. I was thinking about getting a PlayStation camera, but I don't even want to sit up and
you don't gotta.
You know, I mean, all that.
Yeah. Unless you, I'm not really a personality like that, so I'm not really like trying to.
But that's what I'm saying.
Doll up.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm a personality, but I do feel like I have personality.
Okay, I mean, yeah. If you want to go,
but I don't want to spend $50 for me to be on the couch, man.
Nah, I don't. That's why I don't have a camera. I'll just be chilling. I just want people to come through and enjoy the vibes when it comes to me playing my games. Got the music on the background. That's it. But anyway, Cuzzo Lounge Podcast, RC MariSesnsei. Information there in the chat. If you want to check us out on the socials, or you can also check us out on the Twitch. We're still getting the YouTube page situated because YouTube still be acting funny and stuff. I gotta tinker around some more of that. But regardless, if you're looking for the encores or the replays or rebroadcasts of the podcast, they will be here on my Twitch page. Again, at twitch.tv/RCMacPanther22. There's also a feedback survey that's also in the chat as well. It'll pop up every now and then. Click on that link and let us know how you all feeling about the podcast. But we're still gonna tinker around, tighten up some things on it. Probably improve on the audio, maybe improve on a consistent schedule or whatnot. But regardless, whenever we have the time to, we're gonna try to get an episode out there for you guys, so y'all it could be edutained, educated and entertained.
Yeah, that's a good way.
So, but again, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Cuzzo Lounge Podcast, RC MariSesnsei, and we out, y'all. Now, if you're still in the Twitch stream, gonna do something nice. Gonna send y'all over to a homie, raid y'all out. And if you enjoy what we're doing here, you'll definitely enjoy, whoever I send y'all else to. So, y'all stay tuned for that. Let me go ahead and throw this. Where is it? Throw this end screen up. Let you know that we're about to close out. If it pops up in time. But again, y'all stay tuned for the raid.
Said she want to do the next one.
Cuzzo, okay. Lady C wants to come through for the next one, so that should be interesting. That'll be our first guest officially. So y'all stay tuned, man. We appreciate everybody coming through.